Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. Better see with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never ran, said no, man, I still go. Go, 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 You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more.
Wrap up your Monday with some laughs. Make sure to join Will, Seven, Dan the Dick Warner, and Josie as they dive into the hottest topics of the week across sports, including baseball, basketball, and the NFL. You can catch the episode live Monday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern on youtube.com/The Sports Report Podcast, or Wednesdays at 11 a.m. Eastern on West Coast Radio. Don't miss the Sports Report Podcast. Don't miss Fight Night. Every Tuesday night, Will Morgan and Josie Haney break down the hottest topics of the week across combat sports, including UFC, boxing, WWE, AEW, and more. Past episodes are available on youtube.com/The Sports Report Podcast, and each episode will air again Thursday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern on West Coast Radio. Don't miss Fight Night. Tune in or tap out.
Hello there, and welcome to another installment of the Hardwood with Stacks and Dick. We want to thank you for tuning in. If you are tuning in at any point in your week, we were thinking about it earlier. Why do you get more nervous about people watching live when you do a recorded show that people can watch at any point and the internet is forever? Shouldn't you be? Is that what we really have anxiety about going live about? Is that what it really is? Or is it that, I don't know, what's about the live thing? Like, you think we can like fuck it up any worse? And by the way, on that note, parental advisories, except as, it's lightly suggested. If your kids are watching this show, you're a shit parent. So maybe don't have them watch the show. I'm going to go ahead and bring on my co-host, my esteemed cohort.
Or just don't have children,
Stacks.
Dan. Or just don't have children. That too.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know? I mean, however you want to slice it and dice it, but at the end of the day, it's just iffy all around.
I mean, I think that you should be able to deny that responsibility as an adult. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's
Not
terrible.
anymore, Dan. Not anymore.
Not anymore. There is a lot of we were going to have a special guest tonight. And I think that the actual special guest is Coach Donnie Hogue of Fall City High School basketball. That was going to be our special guest. He's going to do it next week.
Yeah, next week.
If he doesn't, I'm gonna maybe go to his place of work, and I'm gonna follow him around, and we're gonna make sure that he gets here. Because that's clearly what it is. He needs me to supervise his day.
Either that or just go pick him up at his house, Dan, and then that way,
He would love
at least
that.
he has a ride You know, at least he has a ride.
Yes,
He can just sit right
absolutely.
next to you in your little studio there in your garage and just
Because absolutely,
which one
yeah,
is, you know?
it's a 2-person
It's
spot.
too
I
bad
gotta
Fall City doesn't have Uber, Dan. You know, it'd be super quick, you know, just a little something,
right,
you know.
and
But at the
because
same
because
time, you
he
can be a chauffeur.
because Coach Hogue is clearly not as financially stable as you and I, right?
Oh
I'm
no,
sure
not at
that he
all.
isn't.
No,
I'm
no,
sure
not
that he
at all.
doesn't
I
have
mean,
a
if you see
car.
the outside of my house, it's immaculate. Not at all. Yeah,
It's just it's not,
yeah, it's immaculate.
it looks
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
I
I
pay
can eat off
somebody
it, Dan.
to
I
mow
can
my
eat
lawn.
off it.
I pay someone to mow
Wow.
my lawn. Let's just say
Wow,
that.
you're
All right,
really up in the upper echelon of things, Dan. I'm not
balling.
quite there yet. Please let me know how
Eight
that goes. Please tell me how you
eight
did that.
8/10 of my roof stack is redone. All right, 8/10 of it has new shingles on it. Okay, that's how high I am living on the hog. Okay, just so everybody
Boy,
knows.
boy.
Just so everybody knows, I do drive a
My whole
BMW.
house needs.
I
Yeah.
don't mean to name drop Stacks, but I drive a BMW that has more electronic issues than a computer from 1992. So, but we don't have to say that because you can just say I drive a BMW. People think you're fucking have money.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's what I'm going for.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I'm going for.
You just carry the keychain around with you. You're setting solid. Oh, look at you high baller. They'd say.
Hustling backward, my friend. We are hustling
Absolutely.
backward. So our other guest we were going to have on tonight, I think he said he's driving up Fulton, so I think he really is.
Fulton Street, baby. Let's go.
We're gonna get 27-point career high Fall City basketball player
Short corner
Jared
king,
Shaggy
baby.
DeShong. Jared Shaggy DeShong on the show.
Corner king,
live
baby.
Live and in person.
Absolutely.
He was a spot up shooter like Udonis Haslem in his prime.
The true Slim Reaper.
The original Slim Reaper.
Yes, the original.
I mean, Durant was drafted in 2012, so we're looking at about the same time. So I don't know. He might be the original
07,
one,
Dan, but you know what I mean? Yeah. 07.
He might be the original one. Let me just tell him what to do here because he's never been on it. So I sent him the link.
Yeah.
I literally just typed click on the link.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes.
Yep.
Meanwhile,
should we tell the people about our new show? Or not a new show, but should we tell them a little bit about what we're going to be doing here going forward?
The changes that we're going to be making.
Yeah, a little bit of changes. Yeah, absolutely.
I think that we should.
I think that's only appropriate, given the fact that we've already talked about Donnie, and then now we're bringing on the 27-point scorer. So people are going to get curious as to why these people are coming.
And I got that Tigers.
Ooh,
I got that.
Look at you.
That Tigers hat on and everything, man. I was ready to go.
By the way, I'm not, trying to diss anybody. I'm just saying that is the most Charmin soft tiger I've ever seen in my entire life.
It's so bad. Can we just get a paw print or something? Just do a paw print.
What happened to the paw print?
Maybe just like a white FC. FC with the orange and the black.
Doesn't even look fierce at all, man. And now they have that on the football helmets, and I'm just like, holy shit, man! That's Tony the Tiger's stepson, is what that is.
I was gonna say, well, he's his stepson. Why does it even like that? That looks like one of the tigers that was in Joe. What's the Tiger Kings? The Tiger Kings place.
Yeah.
And he's just pissed.
Tiger King. Yeah, absolutely.
It also looks like he's on a Yu-Gi-Oh card. That looks like a tiger from a Yu-Gi-Oh card.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely not the
rework your emblem, guys. Who are you paying to do that? Because Stacks and I could do a better job.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not being a cocky asshole, but we can do a better job. But we're both like pretty fucking good at everything, so it's not really that weird to say.
Correct. We're jack of all trades, especially Dan.
I mean, I
dabbles,
cut a bush today. You know what I did today?
He dabbles. What'd you do today?
I cut a bush, cut a gigantic bush in my front yard.
Oh, proud of you. Yeah.
I know. That's pretty much
why the 10-year-old mows your lawn.
Yes. Well, I pay somebody to do the actual lawn. I act like I'm out there doing some kind of work, and I'm just butchering. I almost hit my extension cord with the electric trimmer, probably, I don't know, 3-4 times. I've done that before.
You're like a lot of those Fall City employees, that walk around trying to fix the streets. Man, just looking down in the hole. Oh, look, there's a pothole, but we're not going to actually do anything about it. We're just going to let it simmer.
It's like if they put all of their minds into it, that something will happen. That's terrible.
Oh, that's good.
I don't even know if I want to admit this. You know what I did the other day?
What did you do?
The electricity got shut off, right? Electricity got shut off.
Yeah, you told me this. What the hell?
This is illegal. Okay, so I don't even.
Yeah.
I should probably wait. No, I've already firmly scolded on this thing that I did.
Okay.
So I went out and fucking hooked up my electric to a pole. Okay. So
after they took it down.
Kids don't do that. It is illegal. I wasn't aware that it was illegal. I thought I was just going to get fined for.
Yeah, a little slap on the wrist,
Because I'm still paying, right? When the meter is plugged in, I'm still paying for the power. It's not like the power just stops charging me, right?
Correct.
When it stops, it stops charging me. But when I plug it back in, that just means I'm getting charged for it, and I'm not supposed to have it on, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes, correct.
So I turned it back on. And I got firmly scolded for it. And I understand what I did wrong, and I fully own up to it. Here's the thing: there's 300,000 volts that come out of those plugs to the. So, dude, one wrong. I have no idea what I'm doing in electrical. I don't know how to do electrical. I just went out there and I was just pissed.
Fred Weaver did you no favors, Dan?
I was just pissed, dude. I was just pissed they shut my power off. So I just went out there and ripped the fucking box open and took all they do is put little. I shouldn't be telling people this, but all they do is put little plastic slips.
But please continue.
Over the. It's great. That's what we did. That's why people are nervous about it being live.
Yeah, so that's why.
Because people run their mouths like I'm doing right now. No, but they put little plastic slips over the fucking things that you plug it back in, right? So they just put little plastic slips over. You just take the plastic slips off and plug it back in, and there is an immediate surge of energy that you can see and feel a little bit, and feel a little bit.
And Dan said he felt that.
Luckily, I did not touch any of it incorrectly. I jammed it back in there. One hand slip, and I'm dying from trying to reconnect my electricity when it gets shut off. You guys would have been like, "Oh yeah, that fucking idiot just tried to recollect his electricity. He got shocked with 300,000 volts. He's dead. He died instantly."
Luckily,
I didn't know that
during a storm, Dan, or like a rain. You know what I mean?
It doesn't even matter. Still a lot of electricity that you should not be touching. So kids do not plug. I did it twice. Not once, twice.
But twice.
The second time, they actually took the entire meter out of my pole and all the way up to the top of the pole where the electrical connects, the big huge wires, like the 0 gauge electrical wire. They took the whole thing out, the whole section, so that I couldn't plug it back in.
Boy, So
I am not being charged with a crime, and I will say tentatively I will never do that again. No, I'm just kidding. I'll never do that again. Just for the fact that I don't want to die.
Absolutely. Which is fair.
Yeah. Right. So
was there a fine involved then? Was there a fine? Oh.
We got him the 27. We got 27-point career high score.
At least some audio, baby.
The original. Hang on. We'll get him on here. We'll do a little intro for him.
Hell yeah.
We said we weren't going to intro him since he was late. We're just going to let him come in and just
some guy. No, who gives a shit? Just some guy.
We already introed him. There he is.
Oh shit! There he is.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
3-piece.
How's it going, buddy?
What's up, sir?
Oh, it's going, man. It's just bumming out.
Yeah. Did you get back to your house safely?
Yes, but
hopefully you didn't drive too fast.
No, I was more concerned about my girlfriend.
Right. Absolutely. What was she doing?
Absolutely.
She was just being like, "You really gonna go to talk about sports?" Like, yes, I am.
Fuck yes.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
What is that supposed to mean?
What are you talking about? Of course I am.
Literally every football game that was on, I'm like, we're watching football today. You know that, right?
I hope you don't plan on being entertained. I hope you don't plan on being entertained at all because it's Sunday. I didn't know if you thought that was like a. No, did you just grab the remote control? Okay. After noon, though, no, absolutely no. You touch the remote control.
Don't fucking touch that. I'll chop your fingers off.
From noon to about 10:30 p.m. There's no you watching TV unless you go into another room and watch a different TV.
That's a wrap.
That's a little fucked up. How you doing, man? Other than that,
I'm good.
Out. Thanks for coming on.
Yep.
Yeah, appreciate
I
it.
appreciate you guys having me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wade, I haven't
What's
seen
up,
you
sir?
for a while.
Jared, it's been a hot minute, man. How the hell are you, sir?
I'm good.
Good. Good deal.
I'm good.
Good deal. Good
We were
shit.
just talking about, before we got on, we were just talking about how nervous we were the first time that we came on, like doing one of these. And then we were talking about how ridiculous it is that we're like nervous to do it live, because it's live right now. It's on YouTube and Facebook and all this stuff, right? And like I was just like super nervous about it being live. But the thing is, like, it's recorded too, so it stays on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So like people can watch it 3 years from now. So like why are we nervous about why it's live? Do you know what I'm saying? Like there's not that many live viewers. We get most of our views happen after the fact, right? So it gets recorded and put into the internet stratosphere. And then we just like, we're not nervous about that just being forever. But we're nervous about it being live when there's like 4 people watching. You know what I'm saying? Like 100%. It's so strange. Yeah.
I could definitely feel the nervousness for that.
Right. Yeah, no, it is. It is a little nerve wracking. We're talking about, we still get like, I've done literally at this point, I've done like hundreds of these. Like it's probably in the hundreds now.
Yeah.
And I still get a little bit nervous. And I'm like producing this. Like I'm not just like on it. Like I have to like run the graphics and shit. Like your name on there and stuff is all like, you know, like see, watch, I can do this. See?
Oh.
See weird shit like that?
Yeah, we might need some of that.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, we already ran. I have to run at the beginning of every show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to. They literally YouTube made us do it because I say fuck a lot. Just not. I don't even mean to. And then we talk about some stupid stuff like.
Yes.
Yeah.
We told all the parents.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Go for it.
Yeah, no, we told all of the parents before that if their kid is watching this show, they're a terrible fucking parent.
Yeah,
so don't let your children watch the
expose
show.
Your children to this.
Yeah, we run in the corner too. We're in the corner right over there too. So, oh hey, you know what? Since you weren't that late, so I'm gonna go ahead and I had a little special thing for you here. Hang on. Look, there you go. See? You got.
What am I gonna do?
Look and see the bottom.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Thank you.
I was running it on the bottom. I was running it, and I was like, "You're not gonna fucking be here. Nobody's gonna know what the fuck that means."
Yeah, no, not at all.
No, but I turned
Thank
it
you.
on.
Yeah,
I turned it
cool.
on. No, you're good. We weren't even like into the. We weren't even. I think we're on 17 minutes now. It doesn't seem like that.
Not even.
But So yeah, it seems like about 5 minutes, but no, we weren't even talking about sports yet. We were talking about me. I plugged back in my electrical. I got my electric shut off the other day because my bill was like $1,300. And I just went and plugged it back in, like not thinking that was problematic. Okay, that's 300,000 volts coming out of a ground, like a main ground to my house. Like I went and actually
plugged it back in.
Dude, yeah, when they come and they shut my power off, and I went and ripped the fucking cover off of it and put it back into the thing. Yeah.
Wow.
And the dude at the city was super cool about it. Like the guy's super fucking cool. You guys, I'm not gonna name him, but like you guys know he's super fucking cool about it. He was literally like, I'm not mad at you, and I'm not gonna do. He's like, we're not even gonna charge you for the electricity. He's like, do you know how dangerous that is? And I was like, not really. And he was like, there's 300,000 volts coming out of that ground. He's like, if you would have touched any part of that together with your hand, he's like, you would have died. And I was like, oh, didn't know that at all.
Yeah.
I was just pissed. I did it twice, dude. Twice. They came out a second time, unplugged my shit, and I did it again.
It's a miracle.
It's a miracle, he says.
This is like, it's on Pulp Fiction where the dude shoots at him. He's like, this is a goddamn miracle. You see, the gun he fired us, it was bigger than him. Yeah, like I want you to recognize this is a goddamn miracle. Yeah, it was. Yeah, like when when I figured that out, I was like, oh boy, maybe not do that again. Sorry, City of Fall City. Yeah. That's the only time you'll ever hear those words come out of my mouth. It's the only time ever. Anyway.
Not.
So you got Lakers. You got Lee Akers.
The Leakers.
Lee Akers tonight. Leakers.
Lee Akers.
Leakers tonight.
The Leakers.
I think they're gonna be the Leakers tonight. I don't know.
Ooh, the Leakers tonight.
I think they lose. It's in the Bay. That's hostile. It's gonna be fucking rocking. If Golden State gets any momentum at all, it's over, because that's how LA plays. They'll just bow out in the middle of games, dude. If they think it's over, they'll just like it's rest. It's get Braun some rest. Get AD some rest. Let's not have AD fucking trip over his own left foot and sprain his ankle, and then like he has a Liz Frank injury, fuck ever that is. He'll just like get some weird. He'll just be like running down the middle of the floor and just like non-contact, can't feel his arm. Did you see that one? He couldn't feel his arm.
Yeah.
That one game. Yeah. Like, I can't feel my arm, and I was like, how fucking much does that happen to anybody in their entire life that they just don't feel their entire right arm? Like I think I got a stinger one time playing football, like once, and I was like, oh yeah, that's fucking weird. That's a weird sensation. One fucking time. And Anthony Davis does it in a basketball game.
Yeah, I was you know what I'm saying? Basketball.
He's so prone. He's just so prone to fucking he's made of porcelain.
I mean, he comes off like a pussy in the game.
Here's the thing though. When he's playing though, he doesn't really. Like that dude gets off the board, fucking strong.
For real.
He's fucking
Dan, you seem to have changed your tune over the last couple of weeks, because you were dogging on this man prior to the play.
On AD? Well, when he was fucking getting hurt, like when he did the fucking arm thing and like all that shit, I was like,
is that also his fault though? I mean, getting hurt though.
It is his fault.
Is it though?
It is. Yes, as much as he does. Yes. I don't think it's at this point. It's not mathematically feasible that he was hurt all of those times. I think that he got his money. I think he got his money, and he fucking kind of gave up. Which I don't blame him. Honestly, I'm not going to try. I'm not fucking going for 2 days when I'm getting paid $27 million a year. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to like.
Well, neither is
hang out my
Braun
house.
either. So you know.
And you just won the NBA title in fucking 2020. You know.
You already won one, with the Lakers, and then you got that big deal. He felt like he was already accomplished. Now, though, he's at a good point though, because now they're deeper into the playoffs. They're about to get deep into the playoffs. They're about to get legitimately deep. Final Four, and this is where it was a do or die before for him. I think he's turned the corner now into knowing that this is now serious. And
well, not only that, with the way they're playing too. Sorry, man. With the way they're playing too, like you know, LeBron is strategically not ramping up in certain quarters, saving himself to then let AD go off like he does.
Yeah.
You know?
And so he's been the best player on the floor for the Lakers, and that's coming 100%. from a huge LeBron fan who still thinks he's better than AD.
Outside of Lonnie Walker the other night in the fourth quarter, though, man.
Lonnie hitting some huge shots.
Lonnie Walker, man.
Yeah, he went off in the fourth.
And then they had him and fucking LeBron and AD had like the personal moment at the end of after it. Did you see that? Like went up.
Of course.
That is so Hollywood LeBron James. It's amazingly unbelievable.
Gotta get the photo up. Gotta get the photo up.
Exactly. That shit is all fucking. That's why guys don't like him.
It felt set up.
It always does. That's the point, though. It always does.
That's why guys don't like fucking LeBron, though. Yeah. Because they see that stuff and they think it is
calculated and manufactured.
Yeah. That's the thing, though. I think some of it's for real for him. I think that he is doing it manufactured, but like I think that he's doing it within what he actually wants to do. But he does it publicly and does it in front of the cameras and does it at certain moments. And people are like, okay, so why'd you have to like kind of advertise that moment? Because you could have done that in the locker room, right? And then and not everybody sees it. Yeah. But why though? If you're gonna do it anyway, why would you like? If you're LeBron James, I'm doing that shit too. Honestly, like if you're LeBron, I'm doing that shit too.
Me too, 100%. You want to know why? Money.
Yeah. Well, yes.
All money driven, and 100%.
Here's the thing. For LeBron, it's not, dude. LeBron has no need for money any longer. He's a billionaire. He doesn't even. That's not even a real amount of money. I think LeBron James right now is 100% set on being the GOAT. He he wants people to recognize him at least in the conversation with Jordan, which at this point, if he's not, you don't watch basketball.
You're
like he needs to be at least in the conversation. Okay, you can still think Jordan's better. I don't have a problem with that at all. But you need to start putting the people who are like, LeBron's not even the second best player of all time. He's just good. I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up. There's MJ, LeBron, and then there's a whole fucking level, and then there's 3. Whoever you want to make 3, that doesn't really even matter. But
the Knicks are up 92-85 with 8 minutes left.
The Knicks are probably going to win that game, and then they're going to lose the series. I mean, exactly like it's going to happen with Golden State.
I really hope that Golden State gets beat, just because I, heard so much about them there for 3-4 years, and then all of a sudden now you're going to get beat by the 7th seed. Even though they're
really a 7th seed. Are they really a 7th seed?
This ain't the 7th seed, yeah.
Yeah, this ain't the 7th seed, though, Jared.
This is a 2 seed.
This is just, hey, we're dogging it out in the regular season because we don't give a crap.
Yeah, but that's also, when you're fucking like 8 games below 500 with so much to go in the season, and you win 9 straight in a row or whatever the hell they did.
Thanks to AD.
Then you're rolling when you're going into the playoffs. But
yeah,
but you still got to be seeded by your record.
Playing with house money, 100%. Yeah.
Go back and look at.
Well, that's another thing. Is Miami the seed they're at? Are they really that seed? Like, are they a 7 or an 8 or whatever? They're not.
Is anybody? Yeah.
Well, they're 8, but they're
anybody
not
in the East
8.
legitimate?
They're not actually.
Well, I agree with that 100%. Yeah. Jimmy Butler is a fuck stud, man.
Dog. He's a dog.
I mean, dude, whatever he has, he's jacked, man.
Yeah. Well, he's got some of that LeBron serum.
Yeah.
He's got that LeBron serum.
Playing well. Kyle Lowry's been playing well, which is good for him. I mean, you like to see it. Bam's been playing significantly better as of late. He had 19, 20 the other night. I mean, just setting it up, and then and then K Love coming out of there with the outlet passes, man. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So,
love to see it for Kevin Love though too.
Dude, Miami has so many options. They have so many scoring options. It's ridiculous if you look at it.
Yes.
Duncan Robinson, Butler, Max Schrute, or what the fuck ever his name is.
Schrute.
Bam, Kyle Lowry, Kevin Love. Do they have 7, 8 guys that can go for 20? So they're just like on offense.
Just one though. Most of the time it's just one. Most of the time
they rotate.
AKA Jimmy.
Yeah. Who's their backup center though?
It would be
Kevin Love in center.
They play Kevin Love. Yeah, they play Love.
Behind Bam Adebayo.
They have zero. They have zero size. They're the smallest.
If they were to meet the Lakers in the NBA Finals, they would get dominated.
Rolled.
Yes,
it'd be like 2020. Everybody would know who won that series before they.
Anthony Davis would probably be the MVP because he'd average 40 a game.
I think it's regardless. I think it's Sixers. I think it's going to be the Sixers.
Yeah, I hate Joe Embiid so much, but he is good.
Cody Zeller is there.
Cody Zeller.
Cody Zeller.
That's so. There's not really.
Okay. He's wearing the plastic mask.
Correct.
Cody Zeller for all the white guys.
Yeah.
Alex Caruso made the all defensive team.
Second team.
First team.
Ooh.
First team.
I believe at point it would be at 2. It'd be at the 2 guard. He might have won it for the point guard. I think he was the point guard spot. Can't remember who won it
for most of it.
Yeah. So, but Alex Caruso plays good defense. He also gets gets burned a lot. It's like an NFL corner.
He does.
He's got to forget about getting burned all the time. He plays hard.
You also got to kind of think about his last name too, because he could be some just Italian white guy.
Well, yeah. I think he's pretty fucking American white. I think he's American cheese white.
Did he go to Texas A&M, right? For college?
Yes, he did.
I was gonna say that's Stacks' department.
Did. Texas A&M, yes, sir.
Yeah,
Stacks.
He did.
For college
I
information.
thought so. But
Yep.
still, it's not really.
No, I mean, you're not. They've had a few. Chris Middleton, I guess, would be your other one, right? Chris Middleton would be your other one. Yeah.
You mean he went to the developmental league for a year?
Yes.
AKA American colleges.
AKA American
Duke. Duke is just like the G League, pretty much. It's just like the G League for. Why are they making guys go to fucking college?
It's a factory.
I don't know.
So
for money, March Madness, Dan. March Madness.
Yeah, and I'm sure
just for overall product sake.
That's a good point. Yeah, because then you just have a bunch of white dudes playing college for real for 4 years.
And besides, it's just 1 year. You can get away with 1 year. And besides, they don't have to go there now anyway. With as many avenues as there is.
Yeah, and they don't. It's not like they actually go to school.
Correct.
They're basketball.
That's why I thought it was funny. That's why I thought it was funny when LeBron said, "Well, Bronny's going to be going to college." It's like, no, LeBron, he's not.
No, he's not.
No, he's
not.
This,
LeBron.
I mean,
well,
even though he did preface by saying he knew he was going to play basketball, but at the end of the day, we already know he's taking, paint by numbers 101.
He committed to the Trojans, though.
He did.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah.
Dennis Rodman's son is going to play with him too.
Yes, and so, but the thing with Bronny though, dude, is LeBron is smart. LeBron knows that Bronny ain't LeBron. He's not. No. He's not even. They literally are saying that like Bronny is getting as much tout as he is because he's LeBron's son. Clearly,
100%. He wouldn't be as high up on the ESPN 100 if he wasn't Bron's kid.
Yeah, if he didn't have the last name James.
Yeah, correct.
He's 6'2", and he definitely got a lot of daddy's athleticism. If you've ever seen him dunk, that motherfucker can fly. But the thing is, like, is he as good a basketball player? No, he's not even close. He's not even close to as good a basketball player as his dad was. He's 6'2". He plays shooting guard. Like, he's not a point guard. So at this point, he's limited as far as, like, there's a lot of 6'2" athletic guys that don't make it to the NBA at all. So I think LeBron is being smart about it by saying Bronny's going to college, because I think he actually wants Bronny to go to college. I think he wants Bronny to stay for longer than a year and get an education.
I think he does.
Because a USC degree, anything you want to do. Anything you want to do in life.
Not that he already couldn't do anything he wanted, but
so he can just, get coached up before the NBA draft one day,
Correct.
Hopefully.
I don't know who their coach is.
Well, I will say, what's the big on Cleveland? The young dude,
Evan Mobley.
Mowgli's dad
went to USC.
is an assistant at USC. So Mowgli's dad is an assistant at USC.
So he's all 7'1", like 8-foot wingspan and shit too.
220 pounds.
220 pounds.
Looking like Shaggy out there.
No.
Short corner king, baby.
Corner king. We actually had a conversation before you got on. Who's the original Slim Reaper? It might be you, because I
think it's you.
Would have been about the same time as Durant was coming up. I don't know.
No,
you could have been the original Slim Reaper.
If maybe in false shitty.
Maybe Grandview Slim Reaper, Dan.
Durant was drafted in 2012, so he played at Texas in 2011.
Oh,
see, which one was first? Because that was pretty close to the same time.
Yeah. I don't know. It wasn't me.
Answer this question.
It wasn't me.
You know what they called me? It was Shaggy. Either that, or it was Captain D.
Captain D.
D.
Brooks used to call me Captain D. Yeah, and it's funny because the few films that I got from that, Wade is on the vocals, saying the score.
That's awesome.
What quarter?
Yes, sir.
We watched one of those. Of those one day. Remember?
I think we did.
Yeah. We watched your 27-point game.
Yeah, I think we did. Over you.
I don't think we did with the sound on though.
No.
I think we did with the sound on. So that's interesting. I want to see it again now.
Yep. Yeah. Noli does the after the first quarter, Fall City, whatever, and then
that's awesome.
Omaha St. Peter Cleveland.
Omaha St. Peter Cleveland, baby.
He's always revealing new skills. He's always revealing new skills to me. So he's got a new skill. He's a jack of all trades. This guy.
I believe that.
I believe that.
Right before you got on, we were about to talk about we're making a change to the Hardwood.
Which is the name of our
guys,
show. Yep.
Guys, there's 10 people watching right now, by the way.
Really?
Yeah,
hey,
probably the most we've had in
shout out.
Minute. Welcome.
Shout out. Glad you guys are enjoying whatever the fuck we're doing.
Yeah, thanks for joining us on this Wednesday. There's probably better basketball on to watch, but thanks for tuning in.
Well, not yet. That's why we're doing a shorter show. Because we're about 9:07, we're gonna be out of this bitch.
Yeah.
20 minutes left. Sorry guys. Hey, I'm running the credits. 9:05.
9:05. We're getting the hell out of here.
Can't have it on live. I mean, if we could play like a live screen of the game and just sit here and talk about it while we're watching it, like that would be awesome. But we can't do that. That's so far against every YouTube rule that's ever been made.
1,000%.
I mean, we can't watch it without it in the screen.
We can. We could do that.
Yeah, you could do that. Yeah.
Like we all have TVs on.
But I've done that before, and what that turns into is all of us like this.
Mother.
Yes, correct.
And then just like not paying attention to what we're doing, and it turns into a bunch of dead air bullshit. That so it's just stupid. That's why we just cut it off.
The show goes completely down the crapper.
There's always these idiots at fucking Sports Report or whatever. I'm just kidding.
Whatever.
All of our upper management. It's probably Josie's probably one of the 10 watching right now, so that's great. Our boss is probably the one.
Love you, Josie.
Yeah. This idiot.
Well, I love you too.
No, Josie. Sorry. They did like Super Bowl watch parties. Super Bowl watch parties, and then it just turns into like a bunch of people just like 5 people just like looking at a screen, and nobody's like talking or anything. Yeah, it's like it just turns into random. It's just terrible. It's just terrible podcasting. I feel like you should always have your attention 100% on the podcast,
especially when you have a guest. You know what I mean?
Yes, exactly. We have a special guest.
Absolutely.
Hey, I appreciate the guest part there. Special guest.
Yeah, special. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I wouldn't mind coming on more often, actually, guys.
I was gonna say we probably should. You're probably not gonna be a guest eventually. You can just
you can just be on the show. Yeah, for sure.
Well, I could talk any sport and every sport, I guess.
It's our show. We do what we want.
Yeah. It is what it is.
So you don't just talk about straight basketball.
We do talk. Well, that's the thing. Okay, so good. Hey, look at Sean's doing transitions for us now. He's doing transitions because that's what I was about to say. Before you got on, we were talking about we're making changes to the show. Before we were just going to do a strictly NBA show, and it turns out that nobody cares about the fucking statistics and stuff as much as Stacks and I and you do. So
right.
It just turned. We were just like, this probably isn't working because nobody gives a shit. So you basically just got to do something crazy or something that is more tailor made for a certain demographic. So we started dabbling in Fall City sports and local sports. Okay.
Yeah.
And we would do it the end of shows, and I started seeing the fucking live numbers just creeping up. Because I can see how many people are watching everything. I could if I wanted to, I could go in and see who actually it is and everything, right? So I started seeing the numbers pump up real quick when we started talking about Fall City stuff. We talked about Sacred Heart and the Tigers and all this shit. Yeah. And so we're gonna make a change into talking a lot about fucking local sports, all of them, records. Different schools. If somebody around here is going to state undefeated, what the fuck ever, we're just gonna start talking about that shit and talking about local kids here and doing that thing because I feel like it's. Do you remember topics.net?
Yes.
Okay. There was that thread on topics.net about who's the greatest running back of all time at Fall City High School. There was a thread that ran on, I kid you not, on topics.net. It was still on there until like last year. And this thing started in like 2008. It had over 5,000 comments on it. It ran for over 10 years and was consistently being contributed to by people from Fall City. And I was like, okay,
Dan's
that's
bots.
obvious. That's obviously, hey, I wasn't getting a whole lot of the votes for one. But that was like a thing that I noticed from like just people telling me about it. They'd be like, hey, the topics thing still going. Like people like post on Facebook and shit. I'm like, so that's a demographic that we need to tap. That's something that we do need to tap because there's people that want to hear it. Because like if you think about it, you would have wanted a live show or like a show about the high school sport that you were playing when you were playing basketball, right?
Yeah, that would have been sweet, man.
Right. That's what I thought. And there was none of that. Like, yeah, there's Randy and John Nixon. Those guys do a great job. But those guys are doing the games. Like they're just doing the play-by-play. Like they don't do analysis after or anything. You know what I'm saying? Like they call the games and then they're done with it. That's fine. That's their role in it. We're gonna add the actual analysis, opinion part of it, which is the actual fucking dude. That's the actual thing that people kind of want to hear about. You know what I'm saying? Like they want to hear statistics. They want to hear about opinions about who's better, all time and this and that, and who's got the records and all that shit. That doesn't happen a lot.
And we're gonna go scout these games, go to these games, and then do it, or what?
We'll just get numbers. We'll get numbers and we'll get film, and we'll just we'll have standings, we'll have statistics, we'll have film if we want to show it, which we can show the film too because the film's not owned by anybody. That can be owned by us. Like we can make that our footage.
Talk to Huddle, Dan. Huddle might have something to say about that one.
Who?
Huddle.
Who's Huddle?
What? Huddle's where they put all the film. That's where all the film goes.
Oh, I don't know what that is. Yeah, that was not a thing.
Yeah, it's like a login coaches have so they can share film with players and stuff.
Oh, okay, I got you. I got you. So like for them going to college and stuff. See that's different because
that too, and for them to actually watch back the games and stuff.
This footage cannot be disseminated without the express written consent of the NBA or the express written consent and this point of any high school that we get the film from. So all we need is an okay from the athletic director that we can show the film and it's good. We don't have to pay for it. There's no and we're not actually going to get those forms.
No,
we're not going to get those forms. We're not actually going to do it.
Yeah, I was just about to say how many fucking. Well, I guess it'd just be baseball. I guess right now, wouldn't it?
Yes, we wouldn't do it.
Yeah,
it would
right now.
So it would be mostly a basketball show. That's what we'd have to figure out. It would be, it wouldn't run year round. It wouldn't run year round. This show will be over for the season after the finals.
Yep.
Like we'll do a final show after the finals are over. We'll do like one last show and then we'll until the till winter.
Season ramps back up. Yep.
All right. Well, then
I'm on. Go ahead.
What? You should do NHL too, man. Their playoffs are going on right now.
If I knew anything about it, I would do it. I don't know. Stacks and I don't know anything about that. That's why we didn't do a show called Center Ice.
Go Blackhawks, though. Go Blackhawks. You know what I'm saying?
I don't fucking know. It seems like a bunch of rich Canadian guys that are playing that sport, but that's just me.
Yeah, basically.
You can't argue with that.
No.
Basically, he says.
I mean, do you watch hockey?
Personally, no, but on Sports Center, yeah.
Right. I'll watch the highlights.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
that's literally what I'm talking. I don't sit there and watch a 3-hour hockey game like.
So I got told that I came out and just was being honest and said I liked a hockey game when I fucking could see the puck because when I used to watch hockey, like when back in the early 2000s and shit, I didn't have fucking 70-inch fucking HD screens.
Correct.
Didn't know where the fucking puck was at. I just like followed them following the puck. And I was like, I don't even know where the fucking ball's at. Like, how the fuck am I supposed to, like, this? Shouldn't you know where the ball is at in a game? Like I didn't know where the fucking puck was at. And the dude was literally like, a dude who's like a huge fucking hockey fan was like, bro, he's like, if you are a hockey fan at all, you know where the puck's at all the time. So it doesn't matter what kind of screen you have. And I was like, interesting. So you didn't know that. I was like,
didn't know that.
Didn't know I was supposed to know where the fucking puck was at. But yeah.
Jared,
so,
Fall City history question for you though.
What's that?
I said Fall City basketball history question for you though.
This should be good.
Who in your mind, what year was the best high school basketball team for you that you saw with your own eyes?
Wow.
It's an interesting one.
This is tough. I'd probably say 2010, obviously.
Oh, he had. I wondered if you were going to go there.
Not
I wondered if you were going to go there.
But,
I wondered. Yeah.
There's also probably.
There's a clear answer to this.
Probably. Well, I guess Dan's class was really good.
I was gonna say, so it would have not been my senior year; it would have been my junior year. We were fucking loaded. Like that was when Holman was a senior.
Holman was there.
And we had Mitch Liberty was a sophomore, and then we had all of us in between. And like, that was and like I was playing on the team, but like I didn't play like that much. Like, I played a lot, but like I didn't play that much. I didn't start or anything. I was 6 man. So like that team was like, once I stepped back and looked at it, not having anything to do with me, I was fucking terrible. But like the talent that we had, like fucking around, dude. I mean, you had the top 2, or not 2 and 3, I guess, leading scorers all time.
Yeah.
On that same team, starting on that same team. So,
which was
and Holman, yeah,
and Trent would have played a little bit of varsity his freshman year.
A little bit of that.
Yeah, not really though. That's the thing, because we had enough guys.
And they were that loaded. Yeah.
And then as a sophomore, I think he just came up and he backed up Fudge, what's his name?
As a sophomore?
As a sophomore, Trent did.
I'm trying to think.
Jacob Bartek. He backed up.
Bartek, yeah.
Bartek?
Yeah. And he played a little bit. We might be off on those years though, because I think Trent was a freshman when we were seniors.
That's fair. Yeah.
So he wasn't on the 06 team at all, because he was an 8th grader still. He was somewhat on our 2017.
Dan's saying 06 then, huh?
I'm going to say 06 because of how,
I mean, I could fully agree. Yeah, because with all of your guys' fucking muscle and shit compared to the rest of us, we're getting blown the fuck out, probably.
I don't know, though. I mean, because in basketball, it's not really about that.
I think the 06 wipes the floor with the 10 team.
It's a lot because of Lee Holman, guys. I think we're drastically underestimating how good Lee Holman was.
That's why I'm saying 06 floor.
Yeah,
and
I don't think that Trent could handle Lee's sauce at all. So.
No. Is he even going to be guard? He's not even going to be guarding.
He wouldn't even be guarding him.
Well, I guess Michael would be when guarding him.
Yeah.
But Michael is
understandable.
Michael was a good defender, but at the same time, I don't think he was at that level to guard him at that point.
Well, he's not tall enough either.
But here's the thing, guys. You have to go 2010 Michael Hittner. You can't go 2000. You can't go 2006. You have to go full prime. Full prime everybody.
Full prime.
That's the tricky part of this whole thing.
Yeah, 2010 was probably the next fucking best team, I'd say, and
100%. Yeah,
it'd be
Jared,
it'd be
100%.
it'd be a toss up between. I guess it could be a toss up between us and then
It's 1A,
Liberty,
1B. 1A,
Liberty,
1B. For
and
real.
Jared Elliott and
Yeah.
Travis Buckminster.
And
Dude, those guys
dudes.
were all on the 2016.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
so that's what I'm saying.
Yep.
Like, there's just as far as like 3 classes being sophomore to senior, that's 3 like really good classes that were all like had legitimate.
Intertwined. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so like they were all actually playing at the same time, and Holman ran that. That was Lee Holman's team. There's no doubt about it. And Holman was the weirdest basketball player of all time because he looks like the most unathletic. He looks like an accountant, and he would just grill people, dude. Just fucking grill them. And then he went to Wesleyan and fucking grilled people. He was grilling people at Wesleyan too. And so like,
Joey didn't want to play anymore, which was cool. But yeah.
Which good for him. Like he's not. He knew he wasn't fucking going to the NBA.
Yeah, for sure, 100%. Yeah,
you gotta get it. No. You get that Wesleyan education, and you make fucking 6 figures like he's doing now. So
absolutely.
Good for him. Hey, shout out to Holman.
Yeah,
shout out to Holman, regular watcher of the show. Not really.
Shout out. Yeah, not really, but
He's
shout out.
Hey Lee, nice full court shot on Sports Center.
Sports Center top 10. What?
Yeah.
And then redoes it in the news in the KQ2. Came up and interviewed him. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do.
I do remember that.
Yeah. I was literally watching through the fucking. I just left class and was watching through the window of the gym while they were doing that interview. And he took that shot like 8. I think it only took him like 18 times or something like that, which is actually like that's pretty fucking good. If you think about it, like 18 attempts is pretty fucking solid. It might have been less than that actually. It might have been less. But yeah, he was like Steph Curry before Steph Curry.
Dude, yeah.
It was like white Steph Curry.
Well,
fully white Steph
let's
Curry.
just say when we played him in alumni basketball, he's still breaking people's legs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude had handles.
Yeah.
He got trained by the late great Gator Rivers. The Harlem Globetrotter Gator Rivers.
Yeah.
That was he had lessons when he was like 8 to like 13 from Gator Rivers. So I mean he was, and like the weird thing is he became a good athlete too. Like he was never a good athlete. He was always just like a really good ball handler. And then he became a good athlete like during the whole process. And then he was a really good athlete when he was a senior too. So yeah, that's probably definitely the best team. But that right there is exactly what I'm talking about as far as like our numbers just fucking pumped up real quick through the.
Well,
isn't that weird? How do they know? That's my question.
The Knicks
do they
beat
suggest it more?
The Heat by 112 to 103.
112, 103.
Jalen Brunson drops 38.
They needed all of that, I'm assuming. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, our team. Another thing about our team in 2010 was we were all fucking tall. Like all the way across the lineup. Besides Dylan,
outside of Dylan,
with like 6 foot.
Yeah, if that, yeah.
Or Michael's 5'10".
Well, yeah, Michael too. I forgot about Michael. Yeah.
But everybody else was like 6 foot. Me, Logan, Trevor, Alan.
Yeah. Oh, real quick. Speaking of Alan, Jared, Dan equals Alan Feek on the basketball court. Am I wrong on that? We talked about that like a week.
Dan Meyer?
No. Dan Warner right here. It is Dan Warner and Alan Feek's game they're the same? Are they not?
Kind of, but I feel like Alan's more of a fucking post-up guy, and Daniel's more of a I'll shoot a mid-range shot or a 3-ball guy kind of.
That's fair.
I was a slasher. I was just a slasher on offense for sure. I couldn't shoot for shit.
Well,
I could shoot when I warmed up, and then when I got in a game, I just got like fucking. I went football style, dude. That was my main. That was my main thing. Was like I couldn't. Yeah, I like basically couldn't like. I was too. You have to have a level of relaxation on a basketball court. You have to have. So on a football field, you don't. Those are explosive 3 to 4 seconds. Explosive 3 to 4 seconds, and then you walk around for 15, 20 seconds. Explosive 3 to 4 seconds, you walk back or jog back. There's not a constant and there's no dribbling involved. Like I just carried the ball. Like I couldn't just like pick the basketball up and like run with it. Like if that would have been the case, I'd been the greatest of all time, bro. But just run with the ball. No, but like, yeah, no, I never watched Olympique play, so I don't really get that comparison at all. But yeah. Oh, here you go.
Ooh. Yeah. Yeah.
What?
So they're referencing. Okay, so I know who they're referencing. They're referencing Shelby Jordan.
Shelby Jordan is who they're referencing there.
Dude, that might be a little early. Well, that's not earlier for Stacks because Stacks is a historian. But Jared, that might be a little bit earlier for you. Do you know who was on? That was like
probably Jason Keithley.
Matt Sells. Matt Sells was like a 6'3" guard.
Okay.
Who's a stud. Yeah. And then they had that awesome team. There was an O'Grady on that team, I think.
Nate O'Grady.
Really Nate O'Grady. Mm-hmm. And then they went something stupid like 29-0 or something. I want to say title. But
is this a comment or what down here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Someone's asking the question. Yeah.
So I get all this stuff over here on my side. I can see who's commenting, and I can show them so I can just pop back up.
Ooh.
Usually that's not
close, Dan. I don't know if it's close.
Shelby Jordan was a legitimate 6'4" guard.
And then you got Matt Sells on top of that. Just
who came from Chicago.
Yeah.
Where is that? Not Todd Liberty's too?
No, Todd Liberty would have been a Fall City.
Yeah, that would have been.
And that was in late 90s.
Yep, I'm an idiot. Sorry.
Mid 90s.
No, you're good. No, you're good.
Todd Liberty was a stud though. I remember watching Todd Liberty at a fucking alumni game. Like this is like 15, 20 years after he fucking played. He took off from like the third block and did a layup, and I was like, he could have dunked that. Like he could have dunked that if he wanted to. I was like, Jesus. He was still a good. Yeah. I mean, he was still a good athlete. Like later, when he was like 30, he was still like. So I was like, I can't imagine how it was in high school to stop that motherfucker. But
Dan, what was your
on that 2001? I watched. I know a lot about. We've talked about that 2001 Sacred Heart team, and I watched a lot of that team, dude.
There was probably a fractal on that team too.
They're definitely. I'm sure. Yeah. I mean, they were definitely loaded.
It's like saying there wasn't a wit on the team,
right? There was a freshman and a wit. That's just like chances are. You got about what 65-70%. That's there's going to be one of them. It's every year. It's every year, but see, I'm getting it from like I was 12 or like 11 watching this team.
I wasn't quite there, but I remember bits and pieces. But then,
then I get like what
folklore at this point in my brain.
The team that I played for. I'm obviously gonna put that 2001 Sacred Heart team like above in my head because I saw them when I was like 11 and they were all just huge to me. Do you know what I'm saying? Like they were all just like bigger. Like they would have looked bigger to me because I was smaller.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
Which is kind of ironically is the Jordan thing a lot. That's for Jordan fans. That is a lot of what it is. It's like they saw it happen in real life. And then now you get the second coming of it or the people calling a second guy the GOAT. And there's no way you can call a second guy GOAT when they saw the first one, right? When they were younger and when basketball was going global and Jordan did all that. Like we understand, and we give Jordan. That's
Well, Trent are Fall City's fucking, leading scorer or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm. Trent Scheidel is at this point for all I mean, he's the GOAT, right?
You think?
You have to.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, what?
I don't know. We're going.
I know
to
scoring
go
doesn't.
there.
Scoring doesn't all that matters, but like Trent was averaging like fucking. What was he averaging?
I
He was
mean,
averaging like 18 and 11 or something like that.
he 100% should have got All-State. Like he got
Definitely the MVP of that 2010 team. No offense to anybody on that team.
Well, no.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's so that's not even a question. But I all time, I don't know. I like
all time. Trent's probably got every record.
Numbers wise,
blocks, points, rebounds.
Am I biased to say just for the sexy pick that Lee Holman?
Yeah, I mean that would be my GOAT. That's my GOAT. But like I think that if you went overall,
100%.
Like is Lee Holman the LeBron of falsity basketball GOATs?
He'd be the MJ. If we're going like that.
He would be the LeBron because I think most people would think that it's Scheidel as the GOAT.
Yeah.
Because of the numbers.
Just because of the records and we also were a little bit more accomplished than them.
Than the 2010 team went to
It went. I was there. It went.
Who?
Well, I mean, I was along for the ride, I guess.
In 2010?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was along for the ride. So yeah, so I get it. But I don't know though.
I mean, does accomplishing more make it
you a better player? Because that's what it would be. Also make Holman with LeBron, because Jordan's got 6 for 6. In the team game, Scheidel accomplished more than Lee Holman did. Lee Holman never went to state.
Also, are we factoring in eras too, as far as what teams were like in 06 and compared to 10?
Because we're missing out on a lot of dudes from like the 90s.
Yes.
Like from the 70s. But we're also gauging it on the fact that athletes definitely evolved.
Yes.
So
100%.
So like I think that legitimately, and this is probably gonna piss people off, legitimately any team from like 06, 07 is gonna fucking crush a team from the early 80s or the late 70s. Gonna crush a team because in the early 70s and shit, they weren't like, they were playing football and they were good at it, but like they weren't training constantly. They weren't like tailoring certain things to being a football player. It was just like I was good at football, right? Like I was good at like this one part of football, and that was like, that's kind of the deal with all sports. Is like everybody evolves. Like people evolve to play sports now. There's clearly like a lot of more people play sports. It's more like a thing where you can be profession, so it's obviously going to be more. There's obviously athletes are going to evolve, and it's going to be deeper. Let's just say that the athletes from the 70s, the best ones could definitely compete with the ones from 2006, 2007. But the depth wise, there's no way that our third best player wasn't better than the late 70s third best player.
Right.
Not a way in hell that's not true. Just because of training and all that shit. So it's not their fault. It's just we were like tailored to play the sports. So like, you know what I'm saying?
Also, just to preface, not to dog on Trent, because Trent was a fucking beast in his time there. I was just saying. Yeah.
That's my cousin there. My cousin.
That's why that's why I was the third leading scorer on the team, is because I knew who was coming down with the rebound, and I just run down the floor and get layups, man.
It was easy. Yeah. Easy peasy. Yeah. Yep. Short quarter game there, Mr. Dishon.
Everybody had a role.
They did.
Yeah,
they did, and they were clearly
we were pretty deep too. It was the starting five would have been Trent, Allen, Michael, Dylan, Trevor.
Yeah. So you had. I don't know. Would you say deeper though? I mean, what'd you have in 06, Dan? Remind me, because I don't know.
The starting 5 in 06 would have been Holman, Liberty, Jordan Fowler, Bartek, and Casey Huppert would have been the starting.
Oh,
and Huppert was a fucking stud, bro. Huppert was a fucking stud.
dude.
So like you got.
Oh, don't forget about Fowler. Was Fowler on that 10 team, Jared?
Jordan Fowler was in the starting lineup.
Not Jordan, the other one.
Oh, Logan.
Logan. Yeah, his little brother would have been on our team.
Yeah, for sure.
There's a good question for you. Who was better between Logan and Jordan Fowler?
Logan was more accomplished.
Right? Do you think he was? I mean, Jordan was a fucking good player. Jordan was a really good player.
Logan was pretty good too. You know, I mean, for our team, anyways. The next year, I mean, he had a lot on his plate. You know, so
right.
He was like, he was definitely like gonna be, you know, superstar or whatever you want to call it, or try to be.
Yep.
That 06 team would have had coming off the bench. I came off the bench first.
That's what I was getting at. Yeah, of course.
Brett Bolts, stud.
He can
Brett
shoot,
Bolts.
doesn't he, Dan? If I remember correctly.
Bolts was a great defender.
Great defender.
Shane Butcher never really played, dude. Shane Butcher was like the most.
Yeah, he didn't
weirdly
play that much.
like he was like the most weirdly not played. And we're gonna ask Hogue about that. You bet your goddamn ass we're gonna talk about Shane Butcher for a second.
What about Druba?
Druba was like Druba would have been like 03. Druba was a senior when I was like an 8th grader. So he was. He would have been back there a second. I was also, I had a question written up, Stacks, for Hogue about Brett Druba. Brett Druba fucking got kneed in the nuts in a high school basketball game one time that I was at Pritchard Auditorium, and apparently they looked at his nut in the fucking locker room, and this thing was the size of a fucking grapefruit. And I've always heard that story. It was like this big. Because it like ruptured. He had to go to the hospital.
It ruptured.
Yeah, and I was going to ask Hogue about that, but that's the kind of questions I was writing up for Hogue. Dumb, but also hilarious. If he fucking answers them, he's probably just going to get in here and be like, "I don't want to do this."
Correct.
If you do happen to dig into Fall City basketball, just be like, just be like, I have a few questions for you. Just include one of them in there for me. Just be like,
I'm going to.
Was Jared Ditchong the best baseline player you ever had?
Short corner. Short corner reaper. The short corner reaper.
There you go.
We're gonna ask about all of it. That's basically what we're gonna do. Is like we're gonna like go
absolutely.
Through, 100%. Like obviously we'll be able to a bit more professional with Hogue because we're not trying to put him on the spot and make him answer questions like some stupid ones. But we're gonna ask about certain players, and he's gonna give us the. Hopefully we can get the mostly honest answer, but I understand that he's not going to be
politically correct.
Come on here, exactly.
Correct.
He's not going to be able to come on here and just like, if we're having a beer with him afterwards, we might get the real story, but we're not going to get it on there. You know what I'm saying? So I understand that that's going to happen, but he's a pretty honest dude. I think he's gonna give us good answers, but I don't think it's going to be anything that's shocking. He's going to say everybody was good. I had great teams all the way through there. You know, it's going to be. He knows what he's doing. He ain't stupid.
Yeah.
I love how we ask these guys to fucking give us honest answers, and then when they do, we grill them for giving us an honest answer.
Right.
Like, what, do you really mean that? What the fuck? And we're like, you just asked this motherfucker to be honest with you, and then you fucking ran him through the ringer when he's honest with you.
What is he supposed to say? Not only that,
appreciate him for being appreciate him for being fucking honest about it, and then we might get some more honest answers instead of 100%, lots of effort. Like, the only reason that happens is because these motherfuckers grill people for giving them honest answers about shit. That's exactly why it happens. That's why they give 100%. The fucking shit answers. 100%, lots of effort, 100%. Yeah. So hey, I said I was going to cut this thing off at 9:07. That's fucking.
You did.
9:20.
I know the Lakers are down 14-5 right now.
Ooh, it's still early. Still early.
I know. Hey, I didn't mean anything by that.
I know. Relax, Jared. It's cool.
Hey, it's cool. Shaggy.
Yeah.
This is my garage.
Oh, really?
This is my garage.
That's cool.
You remember seeing my garage, right?
Yeah.
You remember seeing? I mean, I'll show you. I'll show you when we get off. We stay on here after the. Just so you know, just stay on I'll cut it off. I'll play the fucking closing intro and stuff. And then just stay on here, and then we're not live, and we can talk real quick. Okay.
Okay.
Just let you know, because a lot of people will just bounce out on the fucking because you're like, oh, okay, it's over. And we'll stay on here for a second. So we are going to go ahead and wrap it up. Go fucking Lakers. Shaggy,
Go
thank you for being
Lakers,
on, man.
baby.
Fucking
Yeah, appreciate you.
We'll
Short
get you
corner
on
king, baby.
whenever you want, really. I mean, I'll talk to you. We'll talk to you privately. And
Just let me know, bro. I'd be more than happy if I could come on here and talk little.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Little b-ball, little whatever, man.
Cool.
Stay on. We'll talk.
Cool.
We'll talk to you in a second. I'm gonna go ahead and run the outro stuff. And thank you for anybody who's watching. There's like 10 people watching at one point.
Awesome. Appreciate
most
you.
of the views definitely come come like later. People get notifications, so they'll actually go watch it on YouTube or whatever. Because that's obviously at your convenience is better than like, oh, gotta get because there's not many people going. Yeah, gotta get to that Hardwood episode. Not yet anyway. That's what me and Stacks are trying to do.
Yeah.
Not yet. They aren't. But
that's the dream. That's the dream.
One day they will be. No. Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Running it.
Start a pain and you find a